Hey, what's up? Have you ever found yourself constantly chasing more money, bigger house, better body, or as an artist, more skills? It can be pretty exhausting. In a world that's constantly telling us that we need to be more, do more, and have more shit, I think it's time to challenge that notion. What if we could find contentment in who we are and what we have and what we can do right now? Because the truth is, we already have enough. I mean, yes, we are steeped in a culture that drives us to want more. We're bombarded with images of success and perfection, and it's easy to believe that we lack something simply because others have it. And we have Instagram and Facebook to show us the art of the exceptional few, and we're probably not there yet, which makes us as artists feel worse too. But the truth is, the constant comparison and the pursuit for more will only leave us feeling perpetually unsatisfied. Now, in my personal life, I've witnessed a very similar struggle firsthand with a young woman I care deeply for. She has battled anxiety and depression for years, and she's constantly comparing herself to unrealistic standards set by our beauty consumer pornographic culture. So she tortures herself. She spends hours exercising along with programs from fitness companies, and she denies herself the food she loves, all because she's searching for this supermodel body. She's trying to get there. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing health. Health is really important, but we need to recognize when we're crossing the line into an unhealthy obsession. Now, this woman is physically healthy. She has an active career and an active lifestyle, and she probably doesn't need to starve herself or do grueling exercise programs to stay active at home. Playing with her kids, eating mindfully, or working in the yard doing landscaping, which are all things that she loves to do, would probably be more than enough to maintain her physical health, and it would be dramatically healthier for her spirit, right? So what if we were to challenge this notion that we need to constantly strive for something that we lack? What if we just start recognizing that we are enough, just like we are? I think the idea of the tortured artist is overrated. And if we can start to embrace this idea that we're enough, we can find peace and fulfillment in the present moment. So early in my career as a tattoo artist, I constantly felt the need to really prove myself and measure up to some impossible artistic standards. It was a never-ending cycle of comparison and self-doubt, which led to more comparison and self-doubt, especially as I was seeing like Instagram artists flooding my feed. But once I was able to really shift my mindset and I embraced this concept of enough, everything really changed for me. I stopped striving for an ideal, and I just focused on me. I made the decision to quit consuming social media, and I focused on my own skills and passions wherever they would lead me. I started creating art on the side that I truly loved, and I stopped trying to mimic the styles of artists that I thought I should look up to. I started studying the artists that appealed to me and not the masses. So I learned what I needed to learn to tackle the creative problems that I was facing in that moment. And I quit the procrastil learning as an excuse to avoid the hard work of actually making something and sharing it. And you know what? I found real freedom and joy in simply being myself and creating the art that I wanted to create, and learning the tools that I needed just in time instead of just in case. So when we let go of this constant desire for more, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. Now, as visual artists, we can focus on personal growth and improvement without feeling the pressure to reach that unattainable ideal. It's a mindset shift that allows us to appreciate what we have and make the most of every opportunity. Now, Dan Sullivan co-authored a book to share his concept of the gap and the gain. That's the title of the book, which really illustrates this idea to perfection. So according to Sullivan, when you live in the gap, you're trying to reach an ideal. You're measuring to the future, and a future that you're not at yet. But by definition, an ideal, especially in the future, is impossible to reach. So how can you measure something from where you are to where you want to be? Like there's no reliable measurement. It's impossible. On the other hand, if you're living in the gain, you're looking at everything that you've accomplished since you started. And when you do that, you can have real appreciation for how far you've come. So in that same context of embracing enough, there's a really interesting story here about Kurt Vonnegut, the author of Slaughterhouse-Five, and Joseph Heller, the author of Catch-22. So they were at a party together, hosted by a billionaire. I believe it was a hedge fund manager. And Kurt Vonnegut looks at his friend, Joseph Heller, and is like, our host here has made more money in a day than you have earned in total from your highly successful novel Catch-22, like from the beginning to now. It's a very successful novel, and this man has earned more in one day than that book has earned during its entire publication. And I think Heller's response here is beautiful. So he responds to Vonnegut, "Yes, but I have something he will never have. Enough." Now, this story serves as a very powerful reminder that true fulfillment comes from recognizing and appreciating what we already have, what we have already achieved, than constantly chasing after something more. So when others are focused on getting more and more and more to fill a bottomless pit, you can just be content with what you have without stepping into that pit in the first place. It's literally just a choice. Oprah Winfrey also touched on this idea of enough with a very popular quote of hers. So here it is. I'm sorry. If you look at what you have in life, you'll always have more. If you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. Now, this quote and that story and everything I've talked about so far reminds us that we need to shift our focus from what we lack to what we already possess, and it will lead us to fulfillment. When we constantly compare ourselves to others and focus on what we don't have, we perpetuate a downward spiral cycle of dissatisfaction. This dissatisfaction can quickly lead you to a place of chronic depression and anxiety. I've witnessed it firsthand. However, when we shift our perspective and appreciate the abundance in our lives, we can find contentment and joy in this present moment. So, my fellow artists, I want you to remember that you're already enough. You're fucking amazing, and you have everything you need to live a fulfilling, creative life. By embracing the power of enough, you can find contentment, joy, and a true sense of purpose in your art. So shift your perspective, celebrate who you are as a visual artist, and live a life that is truly fulfilling. That's my call to action here. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And as always, keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, or dancing your hearts out. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time.